That was so insane. So I went somewhere in Geneva that I've never gone ever before. I went like down the hill from Greg's, but I went the opposite way, and I've never ever gone that way. And then all of a sudden, I see this log, and my whole body's locking up. I see this huge log, and it looks like a fairy tale log, right? Just huge and long. And I'm like, I have to go sit on that log. So I sat on the log, and I put on that Katie Nicole song, Catch Me When I Fall. And I was screaming out to the Lord. And I feel like my life's falling apart, and like I'm falling in pieces a lot of the time. And with any surge of emotion, I go right back into my kid brain. It's like my body has built its own shield. So any emotion is like boop, shield. So I have to stay still like water, unmoved by emotion, not ruled by emotion. So God right now is refining me and teaching me that. And that's very hard. And he's teaching me patience, which is very hard. And with everything going on in my life, God is my only consistent, God is my rock. God's the only answer. In the natural, everything looks impossible, right? And seems impossible, and there's no security, and you're just falling and falling and falling and going further into debt and plummeting your credit score every single month with the unpaid credit cards. And you're like, hey, in the natural, I could never get my dream home ever again. I don't know why I said ever again, but just ever, right? Look, I love Geneva. They do art like everywhere. I saw them painting that day. It's so funny because I walk so wobbly and sway all over. When I walk, I look like I am like the drunkest person in Geneva. But I just fit in with everyone else. Oh, I did make a recommendation to the town council to seek someone out that would be willing to open a mocktail bar, so people that are recovered alcoholics or don't drink or don't like the environment of the loud, rowdy drunks could have a place that they could go and like be a lounge and have really fancy mocktails and serve no alcohol there, right? Because they promote so much liquor. Everywhere here's a bar, but there's nowhere for like a recovered addict to go, or 19-year-olds to go. So it needs to be like a mocktail place brought in. So I'm gonna try to push for that. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. But it was amazing. So God had me sitting on that log, right? I'm crying out to him, and I feel like my whole life is falling apart, and I feel like I have no security, and I don't even have a penny to my name, and I'm just walking around living moment to moment like, oh God, you catch me every time I fall. You give me a sign every time I'm weak. You never, leave me sitting there wondering. I always know everything is your plan, your way. And now I like to walk blindly by faith. It's like, I don't know what's going to happen. I know I'm going to make some changes in Geneva. Obviously not alone, but push very hard for them. I've been walking for 51 minutes. Oh no, that's not true. I sat down for the fireworks display. Yeah, so then all of a sudden, as I'm like crying out to God, a huge fireworks display directly in front of me goes off, almost as big as the one they did on the 4th of July. It was incredible. I was like, okay, God, this is really, really cool. Like, because I was like, just talk to me, show me something. And then this huge firework display directly in front of me with I randomly sitting on this log, and it's pretty dark back there, so it's not a place I would typically ever go, but I really just wanted some solitary time. And I feel like I'm just like in a state of grief, and God is teaching me to not be moved by emotion, because if you're ruled by emotion, then you could be ruled by depression, you could be ruled by anger, but when you're ruled by emotion, it's no good. It's no good. It's never good. You have to be in control, and God's just teaching me. So it's like I kind of window shopping. What I do is window living. I walk around and it's like, oh, I used to go there and there and there and there and there and there and every place here, and like now I can't go into any of them, and it's just like walking around. But you know what? I have such a supernatural peace that it's like I don't care about my credit score. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. Because I'm walking with the God of miracles. He's just going to be bam, blessing, bam, blessing, bam, blessing. That's how life goes. So I don't know if once Sante graduates high school, if I'm going to be a wandering gypsy, just going from mission to mission to mission, and just not have a home. And maybe what I'll do is get like one of those old school hippie vans and make it into a home. So like anywhere I go driving from Geneva, I'll drive it so I can sleep in it. But if it's like a place I gotta fly, then I gotta fly. Excuse me. I'm always sick. My immune system is controlled by this, and so are all my organs and my heart circulation and everything. So cardio is very, very important. Very important. So I told myself I'd walk for a full hour. So because I took like a 10-minute break, I had to walk to like 10:10, and I'll stop. But my body's locking up a lot. But you just gotta walk it out, Recovery is like training for like a boxing match or the Olympics or like something like that, you know what I mean? That's recovery. You have to have that mindset. Like, I'm going to the Olympics, like, my body needs to be strong and rebuilt, so I'm gonna do it. And all my worries, God says, cast all your worries on me. So I told him, and he gave me a huge fireworks display right in front of me. And I just feel like, all right, God, you got this. I don't see nothing. But that's blind faith. You have no idea how God's gonna do it, but he will. Like, that's the expression. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Will he? He's always willing. He's always there to do it, So you just get to walk around happy because, all your dreams still come true. Look at those flowers. I love looking at outfits now. I don't actually have any clothes I like. I lost like 30 or 40 pounds or something. 35 pounds or something. And so most of my clothes are my daughter's. So I don't actually have anything in my size that I would ever put on. So I always look like I'm dressed like a teenager. But what happened was Adam and I, we decided to move to Mississippi, and Dante went to stay with my dad for a little while because my sickness got really bad. And like when I have the surgery for the cyst, I'm gonna be in bed probably for about 3 months. That out, so we were gonna go to Mississippi, so I gave away to like the Goodwill place all the clothes I owned, all the shoes I owned, everything except one suitcase of summer clothes. I had literally nothing. But all my clothes were like business clothes. I don't have like... You guys are gonna see once God blesses me how stylish I am. And you're gonna be, damn, she's got style. I already picked out all the outfits I'm gonna get. I'm gonna look awesome. So I just ask God to move things along at God's speed, because I'm getting so worn out. I have 10 more minutes. So when I first looked at the clock after I started walking, I thought I had been walking for like 35 minutes, and it was like 10 minutes. I was like, oh my God, everything hurt. Like, nothing didn't. It was insane. Oh, I made a new friend today. That's awesome. I made a friend last time I walked at night, and I made a friend this time I walked at night, which is really cool because I have to be in Geneva till Dante graduates. Then I'm going where the wind blows, right? I've kind of like lost interest in a home because it's like, you know, what's the home that's not filled? It would just be like awkward. So I might just do the whole van life thing. That's what I'm really thinking. See the world, live like a true hippie, eat peanut butter sandwiches every day. You know, it's freeing. It's freeing having nothing, because there's nothing to think about. It's like a lot less responsibility. A lot less distraction. You could just focus on other things because, like, can't go nowhere, can't get nothing, you know? So it's like, you get to focus on the things in life you were meant to focus on. So it's a blessing. All of it is its own blessing throughout this. And, I don't know, I do feel like I'm falling 1,000,000 feet a mile, 1,000,000 feet a minute. Honestly, I do, but I'm gonna do one more lap down by Greg's house. They're turning, of course. My feet feel broken. Oh, every bone in my body hurts so bad. I don't even know how to rebuild bone. I just feel like walking a lot helps build bone, but I never researched it. I'm just guessing. Oh, and want to hear the best part? My new walking buddy, she wants to be my walking buddy, and I've been praying to God to have someone to walk with and exercise with to motivate me, because it's so hard when you're so tired and in such a high level of pain to get out of bed, because you know, just standing is excruciating. So she told me meet her at 7 a.m. at the Blue Tables, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I hope I can remember which Blue Tables, because I'll be disappointed. Oh, I could just send her a message and say, what's the name of the place? Never mind. Silly me. See, we like worry about things that don't exist. But what's nice about having to control your emotions, because your emotions cause flare-ups, you become like Yoda, or like that guy from X-Men, go in the wheelchair. I don't know. Life's crazy and weird. I live across the street from where I lived when I first moved to Geneva. I don't know how long I'll be in this apartment, but I put up a family picture. So, What's interesting is I remembered the last time I saw that family picture was when I lived at Elam, and that was the one picture we had on the wall, and that was the only time in our lives we put pictures up, because we moved so much. But every single move was a step up, and every move was for work and to better our lives, I was very strategic, and both my kids turned out to have beautiful, beautiful souls and hearts and be so loving and giving and so good with people with disabilities, and just they both turned out really amazing. And parents are always so hard on themselves, all teens are crazy and weird and hate you, but that's just their hormones. They can't control it. I now, with this disorder, with having my neurons just fire at will, get to experience like what that's like, and it's rough. I'm just gonna go to the very, very end where the bank is, and turn around, and it'll be exactly 10:10. Seems I don't get great reception down here. So one day when I'm able to go to hair place, I'm gonna do ombre, like caramel to brown to black. That's gonna be my look. I don't know, maybe. Who knows by that one I want, right? I'm just like super excited to see what life got planned for me, because I was like steering the wheel before and planning everything, and it was filled with worry and stress. And now that it's just like God doing it, and I'm just walking the walk, it's like, all right, God, what are you surprising me with? And I'm just waiting to see like what he does. And I know it's going to be wonderful. And I'm going to be really surprised, and it's going to be a reflection of his love. And I know great, great, great things are ahead, like great things. And I'm down to 5 muscle relaxers now from the 12. So I've been a little bit in extra pain this past week. So that's why I sound a little more tired, because the pain's just been, the pain spikes up for a while until my body adjusts to the new level of medication. But during that time, you can't stop walking, because things will start locking up on you, and then you go paralyzed. So you always identify what the problem is, and then you work right through it so it can't last. You should go get a sweatshirt.
Hey, miss.
It's
you're very beautiful, miss.
Thank you very much.
Dropped.
You guys should go.
Are you live?
Yes.
Can I say hi?
Yes.
Hi, guys. Can you guys subscribe to her?
My YouTube, yeah.
That's YouTube?
Well, this is my Facebook. I link it to my YouTube.
Subscribe to her, guys. Subscribe. Like and follow on anything that she's on.
Awesome. Thank you. Good kid. I was going to make him preach for you guys, but I didn't want to hold up their whole group. And also do what he says, because he's a kid, so you're supposed to listen to kids. Alright, once I get to the end, I turn around. One day, I'm going to be walking in sand, and nothing's going to hurt, and I'm going to be so strong. And I'm just going to remember back to these days, and I'm going to be, oh God, you really are a miracle worker. I had this dream, and I had a white bikini on, and I was like hugging a dolphin, and I was there with a whole group of people that I loved very much, and it was just like awesome. And I was like, whoa, I look thin. That's what I thought in my dream. But I was a lot heavier than I am now. I'm not gonna go down this dark alley because it's be crazy sauce. But I do look absolutely insane when I walk around town, because I wobble like a duck, and I dress in layers. you know, but I don't actually go into anywhere and I'm not with someone. So anyway, I was praying for someone to motivate me to have someone to exercise with or someone to go on a walk with or like spend time with or something. And she loves rocks and she seems really cool and her spirit was really good. And I just feel really good about having a new friendship. And I just feel like God's really coming through. I feel like I'm falling really fast, but I feel like even though I'm falling, He's falling with me. But emotionally, He's the one holding it together and just holding like my head and like just peace, Ash, peace, Ash. You know, I gotta get better to help anybody else and to be the best version of myself and to have the energy of all these ideas I have. But I've been able to keep my body awake. It's been really, really, really hard, but I've been doing it. I do it by working on my fireplace, and then Adam said we'll get a pottery wheel and clay, so next I'm going to start making pots and designing those. But if you subscribe to my YouTube, you can watch my live and see my entire fireplace and how it looks. It's only 50% done, but it's pretty damn cool, and some people are saying they loved it, so that was like very, very nice. It's like an under the sea theme, so now I just gotta like magically find like a crab thing. So I'm gonna like each time Mom has time, I'm gonna be like, hey, can you take me to the thrift store? And I'm gonna keep checking for a crab until I find one to add to the fireplace. So that'd be Sebastian. I think it like came out really, really cool. I like fantasy a lot now. I guess because I feel like I don't have a real life and I'm not really a real adult. Like, I don't drive anymore, I don't work anymore. I really don't have much responsibility because Dante's out with his friends so much and is 13, you know. So I have no little ones, and it's just like, what now? I don't know. My life is like sitting at the beach, what I call my grounding, where I collect thousands of rocks and I never pick up 2 at a time or a handful. I always pick up every single one individually so that when we have family nights, we could just appreciate the fireplace and the love that I put into it from the time I collected the rocks to designing the fireplace. You know, I want to make everything feel really homemade and homey. I just have like a deep feeling to want to feel just